fights, and I wasn't a bad kid. I was more so I had to defend stupid people, you know. So, my first fight that I can remember was in first grade. It started when this kid, I forgot his name, it was him and two other boys. They threw a frisbee at me, and it kind of clipped me across the face. And, you know, I was pretty naive as a kid, and I thought it was an accident, so I went up and I said, "Oh, hey, you hit me," and he just laughed. He didn't say sorry, and I don't know why that made me feel so bad for the rest of the day. So later on that day, like, I'm in a terrible mood. My parents can tell I'm in a terrible mood, and my cousin comes into my bedroom. And just a side note about my cousin, he's a delinquent, so let's get that out the way. So yeah, I took his advice to heart because, once again, I'm naive. And the next day, I see the kid who threw a frisbee at me, and my cousin's advice was to just beat him up. It sounds crazy, but I genuinely thought that as an option. After my cousin told me that, and my cousin is about 5 years older than me, just so you guys have reference. So he was like 11, 12. And I did just that. I walked into class the next day, saw him, and just immediately started fighting. They needed to get like 2 to 3 guards to get him off of me. The funny part is that I actually remember his last name more than his first name, which is very, very weird in hindsight, but I don't know. My school didn't do suspensions, so, but they did in-school suspensions technically. I had to spend the entire day with him. And I think I just felt indifferent. He was very clearly not trying to get next to me or do anything collaborative with me after what I did to him, so it made sense. I got some Pepsi. So that was fight number 1. I say that's a W. So I'm 1-0 right now. My next fight was technically the karate tournament I did. If you guys are a frequent, you know, a frequent watcher of my channel, you know how that ended. But long story short, I entered a karate tournament, and I was like the lowest rank, and they didn't have any safeguards for what rank you go against. I won one just based off of pure WWE moves. In the second one, I lost because the guy was just much bigger, stronger than me. So I would say I'm 2-1. Well, technically, we're talking about school fights too, so maybe that doesn't count. The third fight was actually at the vegan summer camp. Once again, if you guys have watched the videos prior to that one, you know that the vegan camp was very, very interesting. But here's the story around the fight I got into. So, for this camp, we had roommates, and at this camp, it was more so you couldn't choose every single roommate you wanted, because some rooms were going to be very, very large. So for example, I had 5 other roommates, 6 including myself. And if all of your friends said, hey, I want this guy to be my roommate, somebody's gonna be left out because they can't accommodate everybody. In the end, I got 2 of my roommates, a guy named Justin and my friend Greg. I got my friend, his name was Brian. But then I got 2 roommates that I wasn't fond of at the time, although one of them warmed up to me. His name was Trevor. But the last guy, I hated that guy. He was like a bully. He was but weirdly he didn't mess with me until we became roommates. So we all had our luggage under our beds, and one day I come into my room and my luggage is all open, and he is clearly going through my wallet, and I'm like, yo, give me my stuff back. He's like, nah, this is mine, like little 6th grade stuff, shenanigans, stuff like that. And I can clearly see family photos in my wallet. So I tell him to give it back. He says no. So I try to take it, and he does the typical, he was a lot taller than me, so he put it high up in the ceiling and I couldn't reach it. So I just thought, I'm gonna fight him, and it was a lot of shoving, a lot of pushing. I'm gonna be real, I don't think I was winning that fight, guys. In hindsight, all I did was rip his clothes, but I feel like I was getting manhandled that entire fight. But soon, ironically, the superintendent of my school was our roommate, and he came over, told us to break it up, and me and him talked in an adjacent room, and he was just telling me hey, that kid, he has some issues. Don't try to get under his skin. And I'm like, he took my wallet and my stuff. How can I just, be okay with that? That makes no sense. So I'll say I'm 1-1 or 2-2. If you want to count the karate match, because technically, some people went to the karate tournament at my school. So, well, they're also in the same karate class as me at that school. So yeah, this was actually really good. I didn't comment the whole video because I was eating this, but this is just a 5-cheese pasta blend. The sauce is a 5-cheese pasta sauce, a tomato-based sauce with some penne, and I put an Italian sausage in it. Sorry, till the end I decided to tell you guys, but I was invested. So good. It looks like a small bowl, but I swear it looked a lot bigger when I put it in front of the camera. I'm also gonna finish this off. But yeah, guys, like, after that fight, he didn't really mess with me anymore, so I think I won. I'm not sure. Because, you know, the purpose, I don't know, I'm not a bully myself, but I always thought the purpose of bullying was to make yourself feel higher up than someone. But he didn't do it again, so I guess he can't bully me. I don't know. But then again, I think that was the day they found out, oh yeah, don't mess with Agartha. He's actually kind of crazy. So I hadn't got into another fight since then. Like during high school, sure, there's like playful shoving and, you know, little stupid, you know, trends that involves like slapping the back of someone's neck. But I wouldn't really consider that fighting. Even when that guy hit me when I met my best friend, it wasn't a fight. It was more so just confusion, like, why did you hit me, you know? So yeah. I'm gonna call it here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and share. Subscribe if you enjoy, if you're new. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video, okay? Peace.